Well, fair to say, even among the most gorgeous men in Hollywood, Javier Bardem stands out. Audiences simply swoon for those dusky good looks and that accent, but Bardem is at work on a project that may take filmgoers by surprise, a documentary on a topic that's close to his heart and not usually in the spotlight. Here's ABC's Christiane Amanpour with tonight's Nightline interview.
It's time.
Javier Bardem. Just the sound of his voice has women swooning all over the world. That voice was a crucial part of his appeal as the charmer who sweeps Julia Roberts off her feet in Eat, Pray, Love. And as the smoldering artist,
We'll eat well, we'll drink good wine, we'll make love.
in Vicky Cristina Barcelona, this time romancing his real-life wife, Penelope Cruz, mother of his newborn son, Leo.
Friendo.
But the Spanish star is probably best known to American audiences for the very unattractive haircut he sported in No Country for Old Men, a performance that won him an Oscar.
Mamá, esto es para ti.
He dedicated his award to his mother.
Y esto es para todos vosotros.
That's right, he's a heartthrob who loves his mama.
The influence of my mother in my life is huge, and I cannot even put in words because I don't even know how to express it. I'm an actor because of my mother. Since I was born, I was going to the theater plays, and I will be backstage watching the whole process from the moment she comes into the room and she makes up, and then she put the dress, and then she goes to the stage, and then she becomes a different person. That always amazed me.
Not only did she inspire his art, she planted the seeds of a social conscience, which is why he's in New York right now to take up a cause.
The people must have the right to speak.
It's not unusual to see a celebrity do that, but this one is pretty obscure. His issue, the people of the Western Sahara. It's a disputed territory in North Africa, and it once was a colony of Spain, which is Bardem's homeland. But when Spain moved out in the 1970s, Morocco moved in, and it sparked a war over who would control it. The result is a serious refugee crisis and a people without any say in their national identity. And nobody wants to do anything about it.
It's a hot potato, as we call it, no?
Hot potato, how do you say that in Spanish?
Patata caliente. It's the same thing, no, in English?
Yeah, it is, hot
Which
potato.
is like nobody wants to hold it. No?
Nobody wants to hold it, and
Yeah.
frankly, nobody knows much about it, and I'm not sure many people care. Why have you thrown yourself into this?
I took a trip to the refugee camps and I saw it with my own eyes, and I realized how much injustice are in those refugee camps. When you have the relationship with it, as I had in the refugee camp, it has an impact on you, a deep impact on you that goes back to your own roots, which is, as a Spaniard, as a Spanish person, I would really need to do something for these people.
Do you feel a bit of national guilt? I mean, is it something that you feel the country needs to answer for? And you
National guilt is a good way to put it, especially being the Christian country that we are, the Catholic country that we are.
So you excited about today?
I am.
Different, a little
It's
different.
different, but important.
Then it was on to the United Nations.
The situation of the Western Sahara is a grave injustice, a violation of international law.
As well as petitioning the UN, he's making a documentary about the Western Sahara to highlight the human rights abuses.
And there's a moment where you ask yourself, okay, you wonder yourself, how can I help? They asked me, are you a doctor? I said, no. Are you a nurse? No. Do you know logistics? No. So what are you, an actor? So keep on doing movies, because when we come back from our field trips, we feel great watching your movies. And you go, okay. So
That's your contribution.
exactly. So your contribution is about knowing what you more or less or theoretically know to do best. In this case, in movie making.
But being an activist won't keep him from being an actor. You are known for some of the great films you've done, No Country for Old Men,
Which
Beautiful.
is the opposite of being a nice person.
Exactly, real villains.
Yeah.
Tell me about the next villain you're going to play in James Bond.
I'm very excited because my parents took me to watch the movies and I saw all of them. So to play that is going to be fun. They choose me to play these men that I cannot give you many details.
But on the Western Sahara, he wants to make sure that he's heard loud and clear even through that famous accent.
I'm going to try to vocalize a lot because they have to understand what I have to say.
Give me an example. How are you going to do it?
Opening the mouth and twisting the tongue.
I'm Christiane Amanpour for Nightline in New York.